welcome to The Explainer. All right, today we're going to talk about something that can totally change how you see things, like how you handle challenges, how you grab opportunities, and it all comes down to this really simple but, wow, super profound parable: the leaf and the mountain. So you hear that a single leaf can hide a mountain, and you might think, okay, cute proverb. But no, this is actually the key. It explains a super common way we all kind of sabotage ourselves. It's not just a nice little phrase. You can literally use it as a tool to check what's going on in your own head.
So to really get what this means, like in a real-world way, let's jump into the story of this guy named Shang Meng. His story is just a perfect example of how we let the absolute smallest things completely wreck our biggest moments.
Okay, so get this. The governor's family is coming to his house. I mean, this is a huge deal. We're talking his future marriage, his family's honor, his inheritance. Everything is riding on this one meeting. The stakes? They're about as high as they get. And where's our guy? Doing mind. He's outside, sulking, just fuming about something. So instead of, walking into his own future, he's just stuck in this terrible mood, letting his own little frustration ruin the entire event, an event that was literally all for him.
And this really gets to the heart of it, right? I mean, why do we do that? Why do we let some tiny, fleeting frustration risk our biggest opportunities, our most important relationships? It seems crazy when you think about it.
Well, the answer is right there in that metaphor we started with. It just nails this self-defeating pattern.
Okay, let's break this down. First up, you've got the leaf. The leaf is any of those small, immediate things that just take over your whole view. Like a comment from a coworker that bugs you, getting annoyed in traffic, or just a selfish little impulse.
And then right behind that leaf is the mountain. The mountain is the big stuff, the big picture. We're talking your career, your family, your long-term happiness, the huge, permanent, really important landscape of your life.
So if we go back to our guy, Shang Meng, his anger, that was the leaf. And by holding that little leaf right up close to his eye, he totally blocked his view of the giant mountain right in front of him, his marriage, his family's reputation. He just couldn't see any of the good stuff because he was so fixated on this one tiny frustration.
And this isn't just about him. This pattern, this whole leaf hiding a mountain thing, it creates all these ripple effects in our own lives. And a lot of the time, we don't even realize it's happening.
Just think about it for a second. A student sees their education, that's their mountain, as just this annoying thing that's in the way of playing video games. Or an employee sees their whole career as just a burden getting in the way of their weekend. We get it all backwards, treating our biggest sources of success like they're just chores.
And this kind of thinking, it starts this totally predictable, destructive chain reaction. It all kicks off with one small frustration: the leaf. Then that leads to some ugly words, some bad actions, and those actions, they damage our good relationships, what the source calls good affinities, and in the end, that just torpedoes our future opportunities, destroying the good fruits that were supposed to be ours.
So why? Why do we do this? Is it because we're bad people? The source material says no, not at all. It's not about being bad or dumb. It's because we've been taught, we've been conditioned to see the world through a kind of warped lens. There's a name for this. It's called having a wrong view, or ta kien in the original Vietnamese. And it's basically a viewpoint that's just built completely backwards. It's where we put our fleeting feelings, our ego, our selfish little wants up on this giant pedestal. And our real responsibilities and goals, we treat them like they don't matter as much. We act like getting angry does something for us, like it protects us or helps us get our way. But this quote just cuts right to the chase, doesn't it? The only thing you get from anger is suffering. That's it. You just suffer and you lose out on the things that could actually make you happy. So if having a wrong view is the problem, then it's pretty clear what the solution is, right? We have to build a new one. And this has to be a conscious choice, a deliberate shift in how we see things.
And here's the way to do it. You build what the source calls a correct view. So what does that mean? It means you actively figure out what your mountains are. Is it your family, your education, your career, your health? You identify them, and then you make a conscious choice every day to put them first. It's about deciding to see those little annoyances for what they really are,
tiny, insignificant leaves.
And this really brings the question right back to us, doesn't it? It's a chance to be really honest with ourselves. So for real, take a second. What leaves are in your life right now? What are those little frustrations, those old grudges, those petty wants that you're letting block your view of your mountain?
Because here's the thing to remember, the big takeaway. The mountain, it didn't go anywhere. It's always there, massive, and waiting for you. That little leaf only has power because you're the one holding it up to your eye. The real power isn't in changing what's happening around you, but in changing what you focus on. So the only question left is, what are you going to choose to see?